You don't know what time it is. Monday at 5. Fire 'em up! Sun's still hanging, but the lights burn bright. Backstretch rumbling, it's a Monday night. Tailgate thunder boots kicking dust. We don't show up slow, we show up busting rust. Mike's on fire like a small town blaze. Hot takes flying in a gasoline haze. Kings of the North with a foot on the gas. We ain't racing for a second, we built to pass. 5 o'clock sharp and the green light blast. If you ain't first, you're last. It's Monday, engines fired up. Boys with the heated 5 light it up. Checkered flag flying dirt in the sky. Full throttle living, we don't ride by. Raise 'em high, let the tailgate blast. If you ain't first, you're last.
I think my favorite part of that intro this time was the 5 o'clock sharp part.
5 o'clock sharp part. Well, technically, kind of. I think the best part of it is the spin on Monday Night Football. Yeah.
What's up, boss man? It's good to see you.
Yeah, 5 o'clock sharp. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, technically, I was here at 5 o'clock sharp, but
yeah. Just 5 o'clock sharp. I'm like,
it's a live stream. It's fine. Yeah.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Closer to 5 than it was 6. I agree.
Now, Paul, you did bring up in the green room before the show that I am extremely obese.
You look swollen.
Yeah, a little swollen. My 600-pound life or 1,000-pound life definitely got the best of me in that image. But I'll own it. I'm a bigger guy. It's fine.
I definitely am unproportioned. I have no neck, according to this picture.
Right. And the sad thing is Charles is probably the tallest one of all of us. So I don't understand why. I must be standing on a soapbox is all I'm thinking.
All I know is I just want to put one thing out there for everybody to see, because he's going to deny, he's going to say that this is fake. But I'm like, the proof is in the pudding. For the longest time, Charles has tried to convince me to take on a bet that will, again, never happen. However, right, he has crossed over based off of the photo that we have taken, as you can see,
No, this is what AI
we have taken a photo of ourselves, and he has crossed over. He hasn't fully committed yet. He's still attached to these ugly little doo-doo green, ugly yellow piss color, but he's still a Bears fan now. He's a Bears fan now.
I heard that's going to be the new color of the Hampton Bears.
No. We're staying in Illinois.
Wait. What's Hampton? That's the Illinois, Gary, Indiana, the Gary Bears. They're going to be the trash bears, literally the trash bears.
No, we're staying
trash pandas.
The great state.
If you are a Bears fan, you're listening. You really think the Bears are staying in Illinois, or are you just hoping and praying that
we're staying there. Chicago's not stupid. The city of Chicago is not stupid.
I hope not. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
The only thing stupid about Chicago is allowing Green Bay to come over every once in a while.
Hey, you guys were dumb enough to loan us the money to keep our organization in Green Bay. So
arguably one of the dumbest things we did in our century.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Good people.
I agree with you.
At least we're generous. We don't look down at the people beneath us that much.
You will find that we are kind. Well, according to the lore, though, the gibberish underneath the Bears is still sucks.
Yeah, and that sounds good out loud, but we all see it.
It's really hard to read.
It's an extremely small text.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, it does look like VUXX.
It's definitely a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah,
But what's not gibberish is the Bears.
Clearly, the 07 is significant. Now, talking about all of these great football things, let's start with a little cap. Start with a little cap situation. So first things first, I hate talking about them, but at the same time, I love talking about them. So the Cowboys are in a nightmare situation.
They can't even sign their own kicker.
However, though, they're about to restructure 4 very big contracts. That's going to free up at least about, I think it said $68 million worth of cap space.
Yeah, but we'll see how well of a,
I'm like,
in
theory, if they do that, in theory, it almost looks like they're a competent team.
We haven't. It hasn't happened yet. So we can't.
I'm saying in theory, allegedly.
This is the Dallas Cowboys.
I never said they were. I said they look.
Yeah, I just don't understand how they're going to keep Georgie Pickens.
They're tagging him.
All of this.
Oh, they already tagged him. They tagged him.
I know that. But hear me out, right? Like all of this is under the idea that Dak Prescott is going to come to the table and go, yeah, you haven't effed me over the last few years, so I'm going to help you out today.
Listen, again, in theory, if they find a way to restructure all 4 contracts,
right,
it looks like, oh my God, they might know what they're doing.
In theory, if the Green Bay Packers stayed healthy last year, we win the Super Bowl.
Again, you're not wrong. You're still
Two things can be true at the same time. I hate it when it comes back to bite me in the ass.
Well, this might come back and bite me in the ass because last week Paul and I had a very precedented visitor that I had added out of the show. Just so you know. So next, I'm going to do a little bit better at screening the guests if they want to come on the show. The link is in the chat if you do want to come in and.
He had a little fucker come on and talk and.
If that's what you want to call him, yeah.
He said the hard ER.
Yeah, he did.
The internet is just filled with idiots. I love it.
He had to be at least like 10, maybe 11 years old.
Yeah, you want your 20 minutes of fame, come on the show because the link is right there. If you want it, come get it. I told him.
I'd really rather you not do that. But hey.
Oh, no, we can boot him out. It's fine. We can
freedom
block
of speech. Comes with a hefty FAFO tag.
Yes, it does.
You keep doing those dumbass
doesn't mean there's
things.
Consequences.
You keep doing them dumbass things, and life's gonna hit you with a dumbass sign, right?
I need you to remember the internet is forever.
It is
forever.
I don't care what you delete. Yeah. I promise you, somebody took a screenshot.
It's still there.
So,
it's there
for all you other geniuses out there that think, oh yeah, we could do that. No. Because all we have to do is kick you out and go, yeah, that's terrible. Good job, idiot. Right? Like we condone it in its entirety. And it goes on you.
Paul, Charles, the best part about it, the coward wouldn't even show his face. So that shows you exactly right there what kind of people.
Oh, yeah. So moving forward, if you were going to be brought up into the conversation, there must be a face. Of course, if you're sitting in our seats section, I hear some people call them cheap seats, but we call them front and center seats. We, of course, any comment, we break conversation and immediately acknowledge it as we see it. We appreciate all of you, the listeners, the fans, the haters, even that one dude who messaged my wife after he read what I said on the internet.
I still don't understand where he's coming from with that. Like,
so awesome.
Makes no sense.
Can you tell your husband to stop talking to my daughter? She's a minor. Block. You didn't even give my wife an opportunity to reply, and that's sad for you.
Because he had no more context than that. Yeah,
this is some really cool things. So, news. Back to Cowboys. Dak Prescott. Do we expect him to just walk in and go, yeah, that's fine? I mean, they've got 3 or 4 players at 41% of their cap right now. And they're
My
where they
thing
are right
is-
now because they didn't sign Dak Prescott like they should have a few moons ago.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
they're
I don't
content.
think you can convince CD and everybody else to restructure if you can't convince Dak to restructure. I think if he's willing to restructure, I think there could be a sway to everyone else. But I think it starts with Dak. Because
So
again, this is a $60 million quarterback.
right, it's like 79 million on the cap, I think it was.
Like that's a lot of bread for
The
one
most
human
expensive
being.
of all time. So now let's play some hypotheticals. All right. Let's pretend we're CD Lamb. Obviously, I was visiting a bread making factory and fell into a flat of flour. That's why I look the way I look right now as CD Lamb. Otherwise, there's no other explanation on why I'm so white.
You
So-
white boy.
Now I'm gonna go see this other flower guy, Jerry Jones, who already yanked me around last year, and now I've got to cut him a deal. So
If
So
I'm
what?
CD Lamb, honestly, I'm not cutting shit.
why would you? I mean, you ran me. I mean, it was a circus and a show for you, bro. I don't want to be a part of that circus anymore. I'm a part of your show already.
And not just that, it's just the simple fact that, like you said, I had to jump through hoops just to get the contract I have now. And now you're expecting me to bend over backwards to help you
Well,
out.
We're not giving you less money. We're just going to give you less money at the end and more money up front.
No.
What?
Figure it out.
Well, if you want to win, this is what we have to do. Why are you coming to me, talking to me about if we want to win? I'm a ball player. Of course I want to win. You dicked
For
me.
me, again, the only way I feel, and this is a huge if,
Right.
it has to start with Dak. Dak has to be
Right.
the falling domino, the first domino piece to fall. But if Dak is unwilling, which again, I wouldn't blame him altogether, but again, it starts with him.
Right.
If
So
he's
now-
not willing to restructure, I don't see the reason for anyone to want to restructure for that matter.
How long into this scenario does the media turn on Dak Prescott?
I'm
He
like,
gets till the beginning of the season. He's got to. They have to have this shit figured out before training camp.
it
or it's
would
gonna
not
be a
be
big
fair.
mess.
You can't put this on Dak. This ain't Dak's fault.
I agree 100%,
You
but
can't. I get what the media is going to try to do, but you can't. This is Jerry Jones's fault.
All of this is
100%.
Jerry Jones'
This
fault.
is 100% on Jerry Jones.
but
Yeah.
we know the media is going to twist it, and it's going to
And
be Dak Prescott isn't a team player. Dak Prescott doesn't want to win. Dak Prescott doesn't want to win a Super
Then
Bowl,
trade me.
right? Like,
Trade me.
and who are you going to trade with that salary?
Hey, well
you see
then
what I'm
deal
saying?
with it.
Well, I mean,
I think that this whole Cowboy situation is a hell of a lot more murky than Jerry and Stephen Jones walking into a room with people they've shat in their faces
I have a huge question for you.
and go,
You
we
said-
can't win unless you restructure.
You said who's gonna trade with Dallas? I don't know who's gonna trade with them, but somebody's gonna take Dak. And even if Dallas has to eat 80% of his contract, guess who's sitting there waiting in the wings?
Oh, I think
Kirky
somebody-
Cousins is there, and who's paying his salary? Atlanta. So
This is my thing. I think somebody would be willing, right? If the
As long as
terms
Dallas
were-
is taking
if the term,
60.
right, if the terms have to make sense. It's almost just like how Alex Rodriguez's contract worked when he was in Texas and he got traded to New York. The Rangers were paying for, I think, like 80% of that contract when
But
they
that-
traded him.
he's
Yeah.
not the
So-
only player that Dallas has to negotiate with, though.
No,
they
this is-
Brandon Aubrey, like
What's
he's asking for like 10 million.
60%
He's asking for
$79
$10 million a year, Paul.
And this is the thing.
Kicker.
I think it's CeeDee Lamb, Dak, offensive lineman, and then Kenny Clark, and then Quincy Williams. If
They're
I'm Kenny,
Fucking
They're letting
Clark
Kenny
ain't
Clark walk.
restructuring. Clark, if I'm Clark, I'm not restructuring shit.
no. And again, if you're Dak Prescott and you're looking to be traded, if you're another team, you're telling Dallas at least 60% or around 60%, which is still going to be 47 million against the cap.
Yeah.
We laugh about the Saints all the time. We do. We laugh about them all the time.
This is bad.
This is worse.
Bad.
Well,
Now,
this is
the
because
only thing. The only thing I think that can save the Cowboys is a Dodgers-like structure, and we may see that now coming into the future. If I'm Dak Prescott and you're coming up to me and telling me, hey, listen, I understand this is all happening, but what if we defer to the future X amount added to your contract for you to take less now? So you're going to be getting paid for the next 20 years by the Dallas Cowboys instead of the next 4.
If you can secure that for me,
I
and the numbers make sense,
I think that's the only way, bro.
But will the NFL allow something like that to happen?
There's no significant rule against it. You just have to be under the salary cap for this year. What the Dodgers have done is really found the loophole in all American sports. It's just are you going to have the owner or owners willing to spend that money? And Jerry Jones is closer to his deathbed than he is the first time he lost his virginity. So where we get with that scenario is this son of a bitch is going to start spending money like he's dying.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be here with it. And he's eventually going to wake up and go, I want that fucking Super Bowl more than I want to pay this son of a bitch or that son of a bitch.
But in his 70s, and I think he's getting closer to wanting to get that desperate for it for sure. He's definitely going to be crying and wheeling that chair closer to the door.
He's already there in a sense of
he's
desperate to, because he's already said he wants to go down as the owner with the most Super Bowls. And in theory, he's 3 away from tying Kraft. In theory, right? So technically, he's not far off. It's just what's far off is his reality to your guys ain't winning shit with what you got stacked up right now.
And to be probably brutally honest, yeah, they haven't made it to a Super Bowl or done anything significant in 30 years, but the amount of money they made, this dude can turn around, drop as much as he wants for the next 5 years and still have made way more money.
Oh, he has a freaking circus in AT&T Stadium.
Now, from circus to football, there has been small reports that the Bears might be looking to trade or cut DJ Moore based on cap space. How much traction has this gotten in your world?
I've not heard. The only thing that I've heard, 2 significant players that are probably not going to make it on the roster next year are Brisker and Edmonds.
Well, Tremont asked for a trade.
Well, because I think right when the season was over, there was already talks that they were probably going to release him before the season,
before the league year,
before free agency started. So just to get some relief on the cap hit, and that the expectation to re-sign Brisker is pretty much not going to happen. Like, there's no traction in re-signing him, which I think is stupid. But I get it. I guess it's a business. However, we'll see how that works in the draft. I have to have faith.
I'm a Packer fan. I hope we trade Rashawn Gary because he didn't have a sack after old boy went down.
And we can get the production from a rook that we're getting from Rashawn right now.
I know.
I think
he's the second highest paid defensive end in the NFL.
Yeah.
The only trade rumor I've heard with DJ is to Max Crosby. But again, that hasn't had much traction. But that's the only trade package that I've heard dealing with the trade with DJ. Now, I can possibly see them restructuring his contract to make more cap space. But as far as getting released, I haven't heard anything of that nature. Because it just wouldn't make sense to, especially because we just signed him to an extension 2 years ago. So it's either we trade him to get something from it, or he's still on the team next year. And then we'll rehash this again next offseason.
Yeah, well, I got to say, Edmonds is the third highest paid linebacker in the NFL, $18 million a year. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's either he's getting
traded. Green Bay coming up. It's a little less than that, but yeah.
It's either Edmonds getting traded or he's getting cut. Those are the only 2 things that I've heard when it comes to him.
Right.
The chances of him being on the team next year are slim to none.
Because I've I've also now heard that your backup quarterback, old Bagent, there is on the list as well. So those are two potential names to. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked personally. DJ Moore would get you a haul on draft day.
Yeah,
and it's gonna save.
It's gonna save cap space.
Everything that's I think what is he like 20-some million?
I think that's too much. I think he's on the lower end of 20.
Yeah. Yeah, so
either way, I'm like, there's a lot of things that we can get
like 21 million, 17 to 21 million without having to look up the numbers.
I feel like we can, especially with Tremont Edmonds, I feel like we can replace him in the draft and fill that gap. We have even from players from last year. I think we've built enough. I think this draft we can be more precise in who we pick, and I just got to redo my research again because with all these new mock drafts coming out, I got to see which ones make sense. And because again, I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself. I'm trying to stay with what's in front of me.
Trade him to the Giants, Titans, or Raiders, and you're going to get a haul for him. I mean, those guys have draft. All three of those teams have draft capital.
I would love to trade him to the Raiders and get Max Crosby in return.
That's not going to happen, but yeah.
How are you going to pay Max Crosby? You get rid of DJ Moore for a bigger contract and Max Crosby? That's not possible.
Here's a question for you.
Figure it out.
Would you prefer to get rid of an offensive weapon, a guy who's been very reliable for Williams, in order to beef up the defense? Is that what you're saying? So you're okay with
the defense? I wouldn't be upset with it, right?
Okay.
However, if we can keep DJ and figure out this defense in the draft, I would be okay with that too. Move, boy! Get your dumb ass.
God, was running. No, it's enjoyable talking about the Bears from the front office standpoint in the offseason now, more so over what can we expect. Me personally, again, I still the jury is out. I want to see consistency, which is the big thing that the NFC North has, I don't want to say lacked, but at times seems to have a really hard time finding. I mean, you got Minnesota. Seriously, it looks like you're going to Six Flags America.
I'm like, Detroit just traded David Montgomery
for a 5th-round draft pick.
This is
wrong. Did you hear about this? This is what I brought up before.
But
Charles, I don't know if you caught it.
No.
So apparently they both got it wrong. They both got their information. Schefter and both got their information wrong. There's a 4th-round pick, and there was a player and 2 draft picks.
Okay.
There's a 4th rounder, 7th rounder, and then this goofy Juice Scruggs, the center for Houston, was absolutely terrible. 32nd out of 33 centers in the NFL. They threw in that golden nugget for him.
Listen, I'm not mad at Houston trading for this again because they're releasing Mixon.
Why are you going to be mad at Houston?
No. I'm saying because that offensive line is still a little. That offensive line still needs to get beefed up. If they can address the offensive line this offseason in the draft and whatever signings they do.
Right. They couldn't run the ball last year. Mixon was still hurt, right?
Yeah. And Chubbs was okay. They had the rookie that was okay. But you're adding somebody like David Montgomery that is a easily could be a starter on any team. As
2 years removed from leading the NFL in touchdown.
So I think replacing Mixon with Montgomery is a good pick. As long as they can, because again, you still got C.J. Stroud running for his life half the time still.
Well, right, but if you have a run game, I mean, that's
right. I'm like, it's going to be interesting to see because again, you can re-sign Nick Chubb to a veteran deal, a very friendly veteran deal.
Here's the thing: this allows Houston to flat out go out and just beef up that offensive line.
Yeah, if you can beef up that offensive line with the running back room that you have now in Houston, on top of the offensive weapons as receivers. And the tight end in Schultz. Houston offensively, weapon-wise,
I
they look good.
to be honest, when Charles said this in the video that he posted it in the chat, I was like, dude, Detroit fleeced themselves. Like,
But
you gotta-
Detroit was dumb. Trading David
I'm
Montgomery was dumb.
why? Yeah, for what reason?
And this thing, I get it that he's losing reps because Jahmyr Gibbs is the better running back.
Right, but
However,
they started losing games because he wasn't getting reps, and I'm pretty sure we all could see that too. That offense was just dog shit.
Listen, I hope they could figure out a replacement for him in the draft because I don't think this is a running back heavy draft enough that can produce what David Montgomery was producing for Detroit.
You got Jeremiah Love.
Do we see Jahmyr Gibbs as a all-year 3-down back?
We're probably gonna get to see it next year. Yeah,
I think he's gonna be.
I don't think he's gonna be able to hold up. No, but I think he could be an every down back. But I don't think he's got the body for it. No.
Yeah. Even a 3-down back. I mean,
we've never seen him get 30 carries in a game, so we don't know. I've seen Montgomery get 30 carries in a game when he was with Chicago. But
I'm like, we're gonna see. I think Jahmyr Gibbs can do the every down back.
I don't think like his talent and ability. Absolutely.
However, having the ability to get rest because you know that your counterpart is David Montgomery, and now that that's gone,
Detroit just lost another offensive line.
It's a very questionable decision. Like but I get it. Montgomery's unhappy. I get it. Especially as a running back, your years are very limited in this league because they're not.
We'll have to talk about that too in our future episodes. Like, bro, running backs when they decline and when the league's done with them, it's crazy. It's crazy.
They just throw them away.
You end up like if you're a David Montgomery fan out there, and righteously so. This dude is a wonderful human being. He's fun. He's yada yada yada. I mean, nothing's really come out about him beating women or anything. So. He's already legs up above most of the NFL. Like you could end up having 6, 7, 8 jerseys of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think that's funny as all piss. Alrighty. So let's touch a little bit on our favorite topic, the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have enter the 2026 offseason in a tight, like a tiger, tight, but manageable cap position and draft class without a first-round draft pick. So here's the thing about this. I don't think it fully set in for me yet that we didn't have a first-round draft pick until a few days ago. And watching what Goody has done with first-round draft picks, I care fuck less.
Green Bay has traded out of the first round like 4 times in the last 10 years anyway. So
I mean, we got Micah Parsons, so it's like okay, cool. I don't think there's anybody in this draft that would turn out like Micah. Side note: if the Lions end up getting Jeremiah Love, they may have. That's a name to watch out for.
He's not going to fall that low, but yeah,
that's a big if.
Yeah, Lions weren't even in the playoffs, bro. It doesn't have to be that low. And team needs super.
What's the current order right now as it stands?
Shit, I have to bring that up.
What the NFL draft order?
Green Bay drafts on the second day, so I'm just a spectating fan at this point. Most of the teams that are drafting in the top 5, I have no faith in anyways. They're going to screw it up.
Or so here's the order, right? Until you get to Detroit at the 17th pick.
He's gone by then.
Vegas, Jets, Cardinals, Titans, Giants, Browns, Commanders, Saints, Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, Cowboys, Falcons, Ravens, Bucks, Colts, and then Detroit. He's not making it to the 17th pick unless they trade up.
To me personally, on that list, the only name that screams "hey" would be the Cowboys. They need a running game. But are the Cowboys going to waste?
I can see the Titans doing it at 4.
The Saints, Chiefs, Bengals, they all need a running
the
back.
Saints could do that because again, Kamara is on his way out. I'm not saying that he's on his way out like next year, but I'm just saying.
So where does a running back land on their needs over an offensive line?
I don't know.
Are you taking it with all those teams that we just discussed? You're taking a running back before an offensive lineman in that position.
The way that these drafts work,
there aren't them. There's only like
some of these idiots.
I think
go for what's best available versus what's their need.
Yeah,
and that's irritating.
I agree with you, but we do have to give some credit to the fact that the old people are out of the NFL and executives are getting younger, and you're dealing more with an analytical side. The position of need has become more of a topic than the best player available. I mean, we used to do that in the 90s when you're playing fucking dodgeball. Now we're talking about football. You got the National Football League too. You got a hole to fill. You got to fill that fucking hole. Yeah, and you ain't going to fill it with a running back because the Raiders just tried it with Ashton Genty, and it didn't work out too well for them. I mean, I don't know if everyone's trying to get the next Saquon Barkley or what, but I do agree with you. But again, we say this too, and really, if the situation comes up for the Lions, a better situation than anything else is that somebody who needs an offensive lineman or a center decides that the running back is in a better situation. I'm guessing that's what the Lions' dream is going to be.
Well, the Chiefs would probably take him if he's there. Chiefs need a running back.
Patrick Mahomes is running for his life. I'm telling you right now.
He always is running for his life, though. I would be
shocked if the first outside of quarterback
draft, the last 2-3 I've seen, Kansas City is taking him.
Yeah, at what 7?
At 9.
At 9.
He doesn't make it out of the top 15 in like 99.9% of drafts. Jeremiah Love doesn't make it out of the top 15. So he's going to he'll go in the top 15. He's not going to go in the top 10, but anybody outside of that.
So I got a new one. He's going number 8 to the Saints. So again, he's not making it out to the top 10 because almost every mock draft has him going in the top 10.
Man, I tell you what, if the Saints draft a running back over an offense or defensive lineman, that's hilarious. I mean, all of these teams we're talking about are drafting in the top 10 outside of Kansas City. Well, no, even Kansas City, because their offensive line was so terrible it got Kermit the Frog destroyed last year.
Well, right, but there's a lot of. Would you want to draft an offensive lineman who's going to be a backup? He's not rated as a starter. He's going to be just a backup anyway, or take a running back who's potentially an all-pro eventually.
A game changer.
Yeah. I mean, like it's a no-brainer at that point. There's only 1 or 2 like offensive linemen in this draft that are like legit no-brainers, like gonna be. We also thought Green Bay when they took that guy, remember? He's big. He can block. He can take up space and block people.
You're trying to use Jordan Morgan as an example.
Charles, I've read the reviews, and there's not very many. There's maybe 2 that are in the first round that are like legit might start. Might. Not
in the Green Bay situation, though, bro, our hole was cornerback.
Listen.
Not Jordan Morgan. Not
and we took a tackle. Yeah, I know.
A left tackle barely played.
Every mock draft I'm seeing, I'm not disagreeing with you because I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm coming from somebody that desperately was.
But jersey sales matter more too, because I mean, there's also a business.
And not just that, you're coming off of your running back situation in Kansas City was very.
I just think New Orleans is going to fix it in 1 year, so they're like, screw it,
And so I'm like, right now, except for one, almost every mock draft that I pulled up just now, they had Jeremiah Love going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
I don't think Charles is a problem if he goes in the first round. I think he's just it's more so of like these teams neglecting their needs and reaching for an offensive player,
Trust
I think is
me,
what he's talking about.
know
Right.
firsthand how
Paul
frustrating
knows.
that is.
Paul, we do too, because we took a guy that he's big and he takes up space.
You're looking at a situation where these teams are constantly drafting in the top 12 to 15.
They're not
and
going to
then
get
you
better
have
if they don't
the
pick
other
fundamentals.
teams that are constantly drafting 16 to 32, right? So you kind of just look at the situation and go, why are we here and they are there?
Oh, well, that's doing the same stupid shit every year.
Good defense and offensive lines, and their teams are built from the front line out. Maybe we should do that.
I feel like when you build from the inside out, it makes your team way better than worrying about.
I mean, the Bears had all the talent in the world.
Listen, just because you have good position players, skill players, but the inside sucks.
Right.
Again, you can have all the receivers and all the running backs in the world and have the most talented quarterback. But when you don't have time to do anything, all that is for what?
Exactly.
Shit. And again, you can have all the quarterbacks, you can have all the cornerbacks, safeties, all that. But if your defense is not able to rush the quarterback, what good is having these all-star secondary?
So I mean, again, I don't know if somebody just needs to throw a football at their face and break their nose, or
ESPN could just get rid of Mel Kiper forever.
I mean, it's like the winning
part of it,
have built themselves from the inside out. It's not that hard to figure out. We're constantly talking about, even on this show, we're constantly talking about how the offense and defensive line performed after whatever superstar took over the game in specific we were talking about, right? And even with Minnesota, we found ourselves talking more about the defensive line and the offensive line than Justin Jefferson or J.J. McCarthy.
Because those were the gaping holes.
The Bears last year, Ben Johnson came in and went, F life, let's fix this. And it made a significant difference.
You addressed the hole.
So it's not fucking rocket science here. You're not going to fix that hole in your offensive line with a running back.
For
tight end or a wide receiver.
For coaches that say they watch tape, how can you sit there and say you watch tape, but then you're not fixing what's on that tape? Because listen, I'm not saying that I'm a genius, but we all see it. I mean, you lost your quarterback because he's out here running for his life.
If there was a redraft in the NFL right now, I mean, your first players off the board, other than quarterbacks, are going to be your offense and defensive linemen.
I want to protect my guy.
You can have Caleb Williams, but can you imagine like Max Crosby and a handful of, two other just ridiculous, Sexy Rexy, or Dexy, Sexy Dexy.
Let's say if you were able to find a way to get me somebody like Quincy Williams and Max Crosby on each side.
Right.
Now, this is the thing. You're scary on the front line. So now my pass rush and rush defense looks so much better that my secondaries are going to be eating because now you're rushing to throw this ball. Look what happened to Bo Nix.
Yeah.
When you guys lost Parsons, Micah, halfway through that game.
Yeah.
Bo Nix looked completely different because he's not running for his life.
Such a difference. I was so upset. Sorry.
Again, I hate the Packers, but again, this was the reality. You losing Micah Parsons, Bo Nix looked like a completely different person.
From that point on. Well, now, and we would be remiss to not mention, since we did make fun of the Cowboys, that a significant portion of our salary cap, it's not as crazy, but again, the players on that list, Elton Jenkins, $19.5 billion. And I really do think Jordan Morgan is going to be our starting left tackle. So there's a lot of movement that we're going to be seeing from Green Bay's front office here. I fully expect Rashawn Gary to be cut or traded.
That's a good possibility. I think we're going to
You
lose
really
Walker.
don't like that
We're going
guy.
to lose Walker in free agency. So the Packers' first pick better be an offensive lineman,
right,
or
right.
DB, or DB.
Yeah.
Either or.
We're early in the second round is going to be our first pick. Simple restructure though could free up. We're looking at 52 million.
Right, they can
But
get
the odds
a
don't
veteran. Yeah,
The odds don't look.
Are you wanting to bring Dobbs back?
If I had, if this makes absolutely no sense, but I want to keep all of our wide receivers. I would love to, but that's, this is what I say to the kids at my income tax job. I'm sad to see you go, but I love to see you grow. Romeo is not going to grow any more than he already has in Green Bay. He's not getting the touches or the opportunities because of the young bloods that are coming up, the rapport that is happening with the other. It's not going to be there, right? Romeo had a lot of production last year because of injuries. But the moment those other players came back from injuries, Romeo Dobbs was an afterthought. And I know this because he was on my damn fantasy team and did really, really well until the other wide receivers came back. So, and this has nothing to do with Romeo. Like, I mean, I can see Romeo down in Miami. I can see Romeo in Tennessee. There's a lot of great things. I hope the best for him. But I mean, priority wise, I think you're looking at my top 3 receivers for Green Bay. If I'm putting people out on the field, I'm talking Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, and Christian Watson. I mean, that right there. And then you got Tucker Kraft. You got Tucker Kraft at tight end. Then you bring Josh Jacobs in at running back. Personally, I would love to see a fucking fullback. I mean, the holes last a little longer with a fullback, and you don't have to be pulling offensive linemen like there's some magical piece going to run 180 miles an hour to fix that hole there on the other side so the running back can do something. I love what a fullback brings to the office. So, I mean, that would be my significant package. That's what I would love to see from the Green Bay Packers, right? So you had Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs. And then, of course, you have your receiver room. But again, to me, I think like outside of the offensive line, Green Bay needs a dang return specialist. And there's a couple really good ones out there.
They don't drop the ball.
From effing Iowa. There's a kid from Iowa. There's LSU. There's a lot of them out there, right?
Does that onside kick still piss you off a little bit?
Why do you think I cut Romeo?
Fuck that guy.
The whole time I'm sitting here thinking, like, come on, dude, you can't. But again, I blame Rich for putting a guy with a Guardian cap out there on a line. There was
two things last year that hurt me, that bothered me the most as a Packer fan. One is, yes, the offensive line and the fact that our backup running back was the only running back that we had that got over a 100-yard game. That is pathetic for what we pay for our running back, to have our offensive line be that piss poor run blocking that our best running back barely had an 85-yard game once.
No, he was hurt.
He was banged up, not hurt. He was not.
The difference.
I told you at the beginning of the season the guy can't run 30 times a game. You're like, yes, he can. And I was like, I think we're gonna.
Last season was the first time he couldn't, and it was because he was hurt.
Wait. Why can't a running back run 30 times a game? Says who?
No, Josh Jacobs.
He's gonna get banged up because it just doesn't work out in the long run.
So you're saying that he's not every down back?
The last running back to average 28, 30 carries a game was Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry is the biggest freak of an athlete we've ever seen in the NFL as far as the running back goes. And that's just he's the only one that I can remember.
When you have wide receivers like Christian Reed, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, or Christian Reed.
Right, but this is
Christian Watson.
yes, this is a situation
Green.
into passing because you have to or passing because you want to. And the offensive line wasn't allowing it to be one or
Fucking
the other.
Joe
Yeah.
Allen all over again.
Yeah. I just think we need to. I'm just saying. I think the offensive line, to me, outside of the DBs, is number one. Special teams. I think we'll fix that with the new special teams coach. I don't think it has anything to do about personnel. I think it has everything to do about coaching.
And I can't argue against that, to be honest with you.
I mean, but I guess we're gonna wait and see on that. I guess, but
I mean, if we're talking in the second round, so our picks for Green Bay, pick 52 in the second round, pick 84 in the third round. So
what do we have in the fifth, sixth? I can see. I'd like to see a fifth or sixth round special teams guy. I would love it if we had a special teams guy in the fourth, or fifth round.
Pick 52, pick 84, pick 120, pick 158. So I'm expecting a return specialist between 4 and 5. We're looking at offensive line or defensive linemen rounds 2 and 3, and then round 6 and 7. And again, we can really dig into special teams between round 5 and 7.
Oh yeah,
if we're being honest,
right?
Because pick 6 is either 199 or 200, very slightly by source,
unless you're going for depth. Yeah.
Round 7, we have pick 236, 237, 254, 257. Right, so it's just like there's a lot of opportunity. Jennings Dunker from Iowa, outside linebacker. Dominique Orange, Iowa State, DL. Malik Muhammad, Texas DB. Keith Abney II, Arizona State DB. Colton Hood, Tennessee CB. So, I mean, we're a lot of SEC defense, a lot of SEC defensive prospects, which we've seen with Green Bay, and we've taken a lot of Georgia players. We've taken a few Alabama players. And again, I hate to say it, but the one Michigan guy just went like, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's 7 sacks. Now figure me out. Like, holy shit, bro.
Hey, but he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Takes up a lot of space.
Takes a lot of space.
Now, there are a small number of murmurs. I think it's mostly just young kids in the analytical game hoping the Green Bay Packers do something they've never done before, potentially moving up if the right player falls. It's like, listen,
it's going to take a lot because we don't have capital. Yeah.
When you say shit like that, all you're saying is that eventually it's going to rain in the summertime, right? Like, no fucking shit, dude. If the right player falls, anybody's going to move up. If there's a rain cloud in the sky, it's going to rain. You don't got to be that smart about it, bro.
Here's the sad thing, Charles.
I don't know.
We all got to feel that the same year that we got to Morgan, because we got to watch our friend Mike's Philadelphia Eagles rip our fucking guts out,
and then go on and win a Super Bowl with
the guy. Yeah.
So good for them. Good for them. Wide receiver Jaden Reed is rumored as a possible trade chip to gain additional day 2 capital. Again, it kind of feels a little bit like a nightmare, right? Where Green Bay makes terrible first round decisions, and our terrible first round decision this year would be like trading Jaden Reed for an extra pick because we have Micah Parsons now. Like, stop it. Don't you stop it. Son of a bitches. All righty. So that was a nice round table of the NFC North. What we've heard so far, what we know so far. I'm pretty excited about our special teams coach because it's unknown, right? And like if you want to make a name for yourself, if you want to be one of the next Harbaughs, right? Like, you want to be a special teams guy and then go right to a head coach, You come to Green Bay and you turn this special teams around because everyone's looking at you. Everyone, like Green Bay has had terrible special teams. So like you don't get to just walk in and be mediocre.
Or you can.
Shut up, Bears. Figure out where you're playing. Figure out where you're playing first.
Hey, figure out how to kick.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
All of these things can be true. Yes.
3 things can be true at the same time.
What was on your guys' mind? That was really just the big thing I wanted to chit chat about.
I'm ready just to see this new season start, so we can start seeing these off-season signings start to basically start to stick. See where trades are going to happen. Clearly, we already started seeing trades with David Montgomery, but like
Right.
I'm ready to see the big names.
Yeah, the
make
kids
shape.
usually eat first and then get sent to the kiddie table. So well done, Detroit. You got your first plate.
I want to see how these big domino names unfold. You know, the combine happened and went. Now it's time to see how we line up these mock drafts and you know what
So
needs get met.
And we're expecting Kirk Cousins to be number one. I'm sorry,
Kurt,
I'm like, listen,
Fernando
Kirk Cousins
Mendoza.
2.0.
Yeah,
Is
Fernando
Kirk-
Mendoza.
is Kirk Cousins going to end up in Minnesota again?
Fernando Mendoza definitely is probably going number 1 to Vegas. Is it going to suck? Possibly. For him, not him suck.
He said he's okay with it as long as
Yeah, I'm okay with it as long as I'm the number 1 draft pick. That's
Why?
guaranteed money.
Here's the thing.
That's
Why
a
don't-
whole lot of guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money, player.
I'm going to say it right now. If I am the Raiders, I'm going out and I'm taking Kirk Cousins and I'm taking the number 1 draft pick. Sit behind old Kirky boy. He's going to pull up. He's going to freaking win you some football games, and you get to learn from a guy how to make a bag without winning a freaking ring, because that's all you got to do.
Or you get drafted number 1 overall and show him how to make a bag early in his career, not have to get franchise tag.
Yeah, but he got the bag and
if I'm
didn't
Kirky
win.
Cousins, bro, I am not going to an organization that's planning on drafting a quarterback in the top 10 again.
Well, Kirk
I've already
Cousins-
seen how
Yeah,
that played out.
Yes, but Cousins is at the end of his career. He's not at the beginning of his career.
He's
close.
not going to listen. There's no way that's happening. And when it comes to Minnesota, as what is it that you be saying, Charles? The scuttlebutt.
The scuttlebutt.
What scuttlebutt? Yeah,
The
tell us
scuttlebutt that I've been hearing.
Okay,
is
I'm
that
ready.
Minnesota has been reaching out to Derek Carr to come out of retirement.
That's even worse.
Like what?
Somehow that's even worse. That makes no sense.
What are we doing?
Well, why don't you call the 90-year-old guy with 50 kids? What's his face? Get him
Phillip
back.
Rivers.
Phillip Rivers, yeah. Get him back on the clock.
Poor
Listen.
guy came back for a couple games just to.
Hey, but he
fucking Hall
reset
of
his
Fame.
insurance though.
Dude, he couldn't. He
He's
couldn't
got
even
5
move.
years of insurance.
Did he?
Yeah,
He still threw
yeah.
2 touchdown passes though, didn't he?
Listen.
Any of them
regardless
kids
of
need
what happens-
braces. Now's the time to do it, Philly.
Listen,
Yeah.
he is here. I got 5. I just mollywopped. I just bamboozled the NFL. 5 more years of free insurance.
Holy moly!
Now his Hall of Fame got reset for another 5 years.
That's crazy to me to come back and be like, oh, I just screwed myself.
Hey, just because a couple old guys did it doesn't mean we need to start seeing Emmitt Smith and shit come back. All right, like we gotta
Calm down.
draw the line somewhere.
That would be crazy to me.
Listen,
It'd be
You literally were in the NFL as a grandfather.
Yeah.
yeah, he was.
The first grandfather ever to play an NFL.
I mean, you're already coaching your grandsons.
Yeah, he was.
Where in some situations you have people coaching their kids. And listen, no shame. Well done. Good for you. Very proud of you, bro.
Just do what you have to do for whatever
Wild
it is that
scenario, but very proud of you. Alrighty.
Good for you.
Patrick, what do you have for us?
I had one thing on the docket, and I told Paul. I said that last week we talked about it a little bit. So flag football is coming to the Olympics.
Correct.
And Paul and I talked about this. NFL players are going to be able to participate. Do you think professional football teams, do they win the gold, or do some ragtag, not saying they're scrubs, but I'm saying like amateur athletes dominate this? Because flag football is a completely different sport, and these dudes are legit good at what they do. Flag football is just different. They're used to contact.
I think you're asking the wrong person this, because he's going to give you the same answer every single time.
I don't care, Paul. I still want his answer. I still want it.
I mean, the NFL is going to win by 50.
See, told you. Now, can you agree on this fact that flag football 9 times out of 10 we should dominate. We should.
Right. Yeah.
Right. However, me and Patrick agreed already last week that when it comes to baseball, though, USA is not that scary.
In recent decades, absolutely.
Like, we're probably the 5th or 6th best country, maybe.
I really want to see if US even comes out and like
compete. The MLB needs to let them play in the Olympics this year. I mean, in 2028, like, it has to happen.
If MLB is going to be locked out, that don't matter. They'll be playing.
Oh, yeah, they'll be locked out. They'll be playing for.
I'm just saying they shouldn't ding them for playing them, though.
No, they shouldn't. But
I agree with you. But then, like, you look at the NHL, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, cool."
You gave them 2.5 weeks off. Yeah,
you had like 4 fucking people have season-ending injuries playing in the Olympics.
I don't give a flying.
Yeah, but none of them for US. We don't care.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hey, when are they going to let? We asked this too. When are they going to let Russia back in? Like, is it still the doping thing, or are they banned because
they got to go through screenings?
Well, isn't it just they won't let the Olympic Committee like do their doping?
They can't represent their flag. It has to be a neutral colors or whatever. But if they want to participate, they have to go through screenings and get approved by the Olympic Committee.
Right, but I don't think Russia's probably not on board with that. They're like, nah.
That sounds like a them problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has a little bit to do with war and shit, doesn't it? That's
I'm pretty sure. I think it's more so that their doping scandal back in 2014, though.
They're still being punished from the dope.
I think so.
Yeah,
the dope.
Because we said they lost like 33 medals at Olympics.
Yeah.
It sounds exactly like something Russia would do.
Like, when you're scary shitless when it comes to sports, I can understand.
But thank you for bringing that up, Patrick. But yes, no, I don't care how long you've played flag fucking football for. You're only playing flag football because the athletes playing NFL are better.
The thing is, though,
could play NFL, you would.
But the rules are different.
The rules are different. This is what I told Paul. I said, what if there's like this 5 group of like just bums, like these dudes that are just like, they live, breathe, eat, and die flag football. What if these guys come out and they somehow take gold in the for the US or for some other country? God forbid it's like Mexico or something else.
Listen. Right?
You say that, but I mean, we don't even know. We don't even know.
Fucking go route every play. There's no pads. There's nothing. I'm serious. I'm running Tyreek Hill on an effing go, and I'm having Lamar Jackson just chuck it. Oh, boy's gonna catch it every time. It's one play touchdown.
I thought the same thing, but then I watched this like 3-on-3 Olympic basketball crap in the summer, and like we got our asses handed to us as the US, and I'm like, what is going on? It was like dudes that are 45, 50 years old.
I'm saying because you had dudes that were 45, 50 fucking
exactly,
years old
but who from the US is going to go out there and play?
Anybody from Harlem. You go down to the parks in Harlem.
No.
They'll the Olympics.
No, I'm talking about like for professional athletes.
Okay.
Because there are going to be professional athletes competing, but I'm like, who is it going to be? Is it going to be?
I mean, again, just you got Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and Lamar Jackson. There's my 3 points.
Right. I agree. If those guys got sent out there, they will win by 50. But if it's a third string freaking DB going out there and getting thrown the ball to from some dude, a quarterback from Harvard, I don't really think that they're going to be on the same level as like some guys that have been competing with it 5 years together as a team. I just think that it's not going to happen.
100%. If we're picking up Tina and Ike fucking Turner
That's
from
what I'm thinking.
goddamn Harvard. But that makes no sense because nothing has ever said that.
Well, that's what I told
do.
Paul. I can't wait to see who participates in this and who qualifies.
Like
I'm
it's
hoping.
Because again, you also have to know the teams have to allow these players to play as well.
Right.
And
Technically,
it's
they're
already
under contract.
all of that has already been mentioned that
Oh yeah, it has to be because
they're like the NFL is going to allow it to happen.
But
NFL players,
ultimately, the teams have a choice.
yeah, NFL players are going to play in the Olympics. They're going to play flag football. But here's the thing. Let's just, I mean, because there's always that chance, right? In the reality where for some reason the America went, fuck sending our best athletes, don't want to do that. We're still going to send the professional flag football players. Like we're not going to send some dude from
no. These dudes, these dudes are going to be the best. They're not going to be like the
because there's professional flag people. Like there's
yes,
and they're actually like and now again, yes,
good.
I have been shitting on them, but they're good and they're fun to watch.
Like
right?
these are legit athletes.
But if you were an elite athlete, you would be playing in the NFL in the game of football, not like you didn't choose flag football over the NFL, bro. I don't know who you are, and I don't care, right? Like no one and their mama is choosing flag football over the NFL. What do you make? What do you make flag football? 37 grand?
Flag football chose me.
Now this is what I will say because I said this also
chose you sleeping on the side of the road because the NFL just got done breaking your ass.
Well, some of those guys probably a legit sponsor.
I said this last week. The U.S. men's flag football might be different, like where we should dominate. However,
right
when it comes to the females, that might be a whole different story.
Bro, I don't know.
I'm not saying that they were bad, but I'm just saying there's some female flag football players. They're a little different.
Whoa.
Female U.S. athletes just destroy as long as they're not 41 with a torn out ACL trying to go downhill on a fucking skis.
Hold up. Wait till you hear this. All right. The professional flag football players in the United States generally make $38,000 annually or approximately $18 an hour.
What did I say? I swear to fucking God. You rewind it. I said, what do they make? $37,000 a year?
Dude,
you don't choose flag football.
There is literally an ad at ZipRecruiter.com to become a professional flag football player. You've got to be shitting me. This is crazy.
So I'm just again.
I'm gonna click on it and apply just so
like
you guys.
You're effing crazy if you think
that
the professional flag footballers are better than sending NFL athletes. Like it's, I mean, you need to be clinically admitted. You got to be on your own effing wing with your own colored jacket, everything.
Quick application. It's already filled out on ZipRecruiter.com. I'm going to apply to be a flag football player for the Little Blitzers. Oh, yeah, I'm way past the age requirements. Sorry. Yep, 36 is the cutoff. I couldn't make it. Won't let me put her in there.
Yeah, at one point they were going to ask you what your 40 is, and that probably would cut
you. No. Well, I did comment I did comment on a Barstool post under the show, and a guy said, "I'm not ripping any dude's 40 time." I said, "I acknowledge that the dudes are fast, those big guys." And I'll also acknowledge that I ain't going to break 6. So I'm not out there. I'm not going to be the person ripping on somebody's speed. But I did comment on Facebook, TikTok about this guy for Oregon that was a safety that ran a 4.40. And then I said, I want to see the guy's hands tapes. I want to see the skills. I don't just want to see a guy's 40 time because there's lots of fast dudes in the NFL that sit on benches and are backups and are looking for jobs. Don't sit there and tell me speed gets you a job in the NFL because it doesn't.
As a return specialist,
there was not really
for Green Bay.
Yeah.
Listen, as a Packer fan, I'm not arguing with you. I understand where you're coming from.
Does it get you in the door and get you a shot and a tryout on
if you go to that fucking combine, bro, and run a 4.3, you're being drafted.
Right, but
yeah,
yes, you get drafted, but that doesn't mean you're going to be like you're going to get an NFL contract. Doesn't
that's
mean you're going
literally
to
your
be a
foot in the door.
star. Yeah, it's your
Like-
foot in the door, but it's like
The rest of it's on you. Then all you got to do is catch it and run fast. How hard is that?
I just hate the people that go that just because this dude ran a sub 4.40, he's going to be a stud. It's like, don't put the pressure on some kid like that. That's what
agree
I
with you.
hate.
agree with
I'd rather have optimistic expectations for the kid than to be like, oh yeah, he's going to be a stud.
Well, then why
Right
are you
off 4.40.
why are you drafting Love over an offensive lineman?
Like you said, jerseys have to have something to do with it.
Well,
The
I'm
name
just-
on the back. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That
simple.
would mean you would have to make sense.
They're all
Yeah. Yeah, and we also don't own NFL teams, but we are part owners in a soccer club though, so we do have that going for us.
Well, technically, y'all own the Packers.
Well,
Even though y'all don't
well
do so.
on the next
I-
the next go around.
I don't have any stake. I think my dad does. I don't.
That's the kicker too. I know how we keep all 4 wide receivers.
Yes.
Open up 1,200 shares.
Oh yeah.
You don't even got to ask. We'll do it.
Oh, every time they've asked, it's sold out within what 24 hours.
They don't even tell you now anymore. It's just
No,
all of a
it's just-
sudden like, hey,
It's
surprise.
Yep. Well, you get an alert on your phone, but it's like it's usually sold out by the time you even get the alert. So
Oh, I'll be camping out. Why aren't you at work? What? Are you
honey, we're $1,250 to go out of the bank account. I bought something. I'm an
she would love
owner.
it, bro.
Yeah.
She'd be so fucking ecstatic. It'd be hilarious. That bitch would get framed right. That thing would get framed over my diploma. That's how much
Yeah.
she would.
Love it.
Alrighty. You guys got anything else you wanted to add?
Negative.
Nothing at the moment.
I've opened three of these packs now. 2 of them have been bums so far. I did in the booster box so far. I did pull a $30 card and a couple $10 cards, but I spent 124 on it. So
Well,
getting back in the magic.
when the NFL football season does start, Paul, I think we have cards, we have all kinds of stuff. We'll have to go live on like TikTok and we'll try to do some giveaways and stuff to get some people in there. I've got some Bears memorabilia. I got some 101 cards that I got from a TikTok auction. We still got the Chicago Bears Hall of Fame football. We got all kinds of stuff to mess around with. We're gonna have some fun.
Hell yeah. Still ain't good shit. Alrighty. Well, let's see what we open next week. I'm probably going to get another booster box because this summer I'll be hosting Magic Mondays for a bunch of the kids at work asked me, and I was like, hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Evan.
Now, when I say kids, they're like fucking 17, 18, 23, shit like that.
Well, if you're looking for cards, though, Evan said go to Shields.
Sports cards?
Yeah.
Shields?
Yep. That's where he got his downtown, Donruss downtown, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said the prices weren't terrible either. So.
Huh. All right. Well, slap my pickle and call me a tickle.
I'm not slapping nothing.
No, I've got Vlasic pickles for burgers.
Ah, all right.
Why? What other pickles are there, bro? Oh, no.
Well, pickles are gross either way, so it doesn't matter.
What?
Yeah, I hate pickles.
I love pickles.
Wife likes pickles.
Not
You also like pineapple on pizza. So
yeah, but I like pickles. I don't love pickles. We're gonna have to have another one of those food breakdowns where we go through. Let's do 90s candy next week.
With an I love pickles?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You
You all come up
Yeah,
with a
sure,
food.
whatever.
Each one of you comes up with a food. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. It's just over and over and over again. Yeah, whatever. Sound like yeah, sure, whatever. There it is, Paul. I told you it was gonna happen.
You're lucky because I tried to get you to say I love pickle again, and had you said that, it would have been good.
Charles would have had a soundbite.
Oh,
I love pickles.
shit.
I love pickles.
I love pickles.
You
I
want me
like
to say it?
turtles.
You want me to say it for you? Man, I love pickles.
No, it was way too fast. But we'll get there. Hey,
No Diddy.
oh man, I appreciate the piss out of you guys. Clips, no. Some of these cards look really fucking sweet, bro.
Yeah.
I got a reef the other day.
You know, at my parents' house, I'm pretty sure I have older gathering cards. The next time I run up there, I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure I have a folder full of a bunch.
Oh, I've got a couple boxes.
But I think those are all part of a different set, so I don't even know if you can use those.
Well, there's
Yeah, I don't.
lists.
I don't-
We
yeah,
just got to check them out.
Yeah, it's
The cool
different
thing, the cool thing about it, I guess there's this new gameplay. I don't know if it's new, but it's called Commander, and basically it's just like at least a 99 card deck, and you just fuck straight chaos. It's like,
Nice.
holy shit!
We'll have to get into that. We'll have to do
So-
something fun.
Yeah, but I'm Lorwyn Eclipsed. I'm super impressed. I do not mind it at all. Pretty excited about it. I'll be making a goblin deck, an elemental deck, and I haven't figured out what the next one will be. Maybe a giant, probably a giant, because the giants look pretty sweet. But my goblin deck is going to be ridiculous. I'm going to spend way too much money on it. I don't even care. Then I'll go to a couple tournaments and just be gobbling everything.
Yeah, well, April's coming up here pretty soon. You're gonna have to clear a day of the weekend. We all gotta go. Let's all go to the sports deck and watch a Timber Rattler game. Though we gotta plan at least one day to go to the game.
Bro, I'm going to Timber Rattler games this year.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
Get
get with me, and we'll get that rolling, and we'll
Easy peasy.
we'll get the whole freaking
I'm
deck.
super excited to see what their new food menu rollout's going to be for this year.
Can't wait for it. I'm there for the handouts, the freebies, whatever.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah. And anything you ain't lived at a baseball game until you have your own server. Then you
Right.
live in.
Hell yeah.
It's so awesome.
I'm ready for
I
it.
tell you. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone who stopped by, chit-chatted. Thank you again for just everything all of you continue to do. PR, how's the family going? How's the daughter? Everything's going well?
She's going good. She's apparently wants to pick up tennis next year.
Hell yeah! I watched a lot of it on the AFN.
Yeah,
I know a little bit about tennis.
we're gonna see how that works out.
Of course you do, Charlie. You're white. That's fucked up.
I'm waiting. I'm getting the car out this garage that's been sitting there for 3 years. Finally getting it taken out on Saturday, and I'm gonna convert the garage into a small little tennis court for her, so she can feel the heat of being outside in that garage.
Oh
Yeah. Just dominate her in some pickleball in the garage, and then she'll understand that it's not as easy as she thinks it is.
Oh, but it's gonna be awesome. It's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Tennis. I work with a dude who plays a lot of tennis.
Dude, I would get my ass kicked.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna take some pointers off King Richard and try to make a Serena Williams 2.0.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. You don't eat until you smack the ball back at 43 mile an hour.
We're gonna see how this works out.
Yeah.
Alrighty, perfect. For everybody out there who continues to be great, we appreciate you. And stay curious, stay grounded, and remember this world is a much better place with you in it.
Yo, it's time to dip. Lights low and the mic off. Boys with the heat, yeah, we blast like a Molotov. Said what we said, no regrets in the air. If you ain't subscribed yet, bitch, don't you dare. Rate it 5 stars, hit that share like a blunt. Tell your homies, tell your mama we on front. We the truth in the booth, no cap, just flame. If you fuck with the crew, you remember the name. It's goodbye, goodbye to the tribe. We fucking love you, now feel this vibe. Out this bitch with a mic drop kiss. Thanks for riding, we gone, but you won't miss.